Hi folks, this is Jake. Hope you're okay today. We're just looking at this book. It's The Gospel Truth by Paul Barnett, answering the new atheist attacks on the Gospels. And he writes, the oral message was centered on Christ, his deeds, teaching, death and resurrection. Once congregation of believers had been established, leaders such as Paul, James, Peter and John and Jude and others of Hebrews wrote their letters to confirm the churches in the faith. These letters were probably the earliest written form of Christian mission literature, which continued throughout the era of the apostles into the next century, and the pastoral letters of Clement, Ignatius, Polycarp to the churches and individuals of the day. Why then did the early Christians need to write the Gospels when they already possessed that message in oral form and in the letters? And the most likely reason was the passing on of great leaders such as James, Peter and Paul, who were each killed during the 60s. Their deaths pointed to the end of the more permanent records of Jesus. The oral gospel became written gospel according to four authors: Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Why were these four gospels? Why were the four gospels? It was because there was basically four mission groups that had emerged in the first decades after Jesus, led respectively by James, Peter, John and Paul. Each mission group produced pastoral letters for their networks of congregations, and each group produced a gospel. Matthew for James' mission network, Mark for Peter's mission network, Luke Acts for Paul's mission network, and John for John's mission network. Why did the mission literature survive? There is one simple explanation. Each letter and gospel was written and sent to the mission churches to be repeatedly read aloud, as in the synagogues where only texts recognized as Holy Scripture were read aloud. So it was that the public reading of apostolic text in the churches convey upon them the special status of Scripture.